Alright, so I just woke up, brushed my teeth and stuff like that, came outside. I'm in Fiji, still in my hotel, and I'm gonna do my practice. So here's another watch me practice video. I'm gonna practice a falsetto run, and it's by Tank. So it's pretty high falsetto, it's like medium high. It's very fast, and it's a hard pattern. I definitely can't do it. I'm not close to doing it at all yet. And yeah, this will give you an insight how I train, how when you're advanced you train. Now my falsetto isn't really very advanced, but my ear is advanced at run. So the run is very advanced, but my falsetto is kind of beginner intermediate-ish because I never really used to train falsetto before the last year or so. So here it is first. And my voice is a little bit croaky today because I did wake up feeling a little bit like phlegmy or sickish for the last 2 days or so, like that. But I can still train. It doesn't feel enough to like stop me from training. So here's the run. Again. Alright, so it's from I Gotta Be Honest by Tank. So you can look it up on YouTube. It's not on his albums or anything. It's like one of those kind of unreleased, leaked songs or whatever. Crazy run. Alright, so here we go. I'm just gonna sing with him the whole time. So this is gonna be how I normally practice. I'm not gonna change it so that you can hear me or anything. I'm just gonna practice with it. How I normally practice. And you can watch. You can practice along if you want. And I practiced it before, so I know the notes. I practiced it like once before. Like not today, like I practiced it a few weeks ago before. Alright, so that's it. Now it's back to the beginning. We're at the very slow speed of 25%. Now I'm going to try to see if I remember it, because this one's a bit hard for me to remember. So I'm going to try without the help first. So, I think that's it. I got the end bit. The end bit. It's just that beginning bit. It's really fast. Yeah. So yeah, you can hear my falsetto like start to get tired after I do about 20-30 reps. You're supposed to get tired, you know, because it's your weak area gets tired when you train it. It gets tired quicker than your strong areas. It's just how it is. Stronger areas you can train for longer before they get tired. It's pretty low falsetto too. Starts pretty low. There's a sickness. And you can hear on Tank's track, he's not that loud when he's doing it. His volume isn't that loud, especially on the lower part of it, because it's like a low falsetto and it's hard to be loud in the low falsetto. Even for Tank, who's like beast at falsetto, it's not that loud, like, and that's even on a produced track where they can add compression and make the volume louder. So when you're live, you sound even more soft, you know. Tank still sounds really loud when he does his falsetto live, because that's actually his very strong point. He's well known for his falsetto being so strong. So I've done it with him from slow to fast. That was the point of this training, getting faster at it. And then the second part of the training was memorizing, see if I can remember it alone without the singer. Okay, it's not the first time I've done it. I've done it one time previously, and it was a bit harder to memorize it the first time. So you're seeing it the second time around, where it was much easier, and I just had to re-go over the first part of it. Yes, I hope you guys get an insight into how I train my speed, how I train my pitch perfection by going slow, being perfect on the pitch, how I train my runs, and how I train my memorizing, the ability to memorize. Let's try full speed. That was half speed. So it's a bit shaky there, but you can see the beginning of it, how it's almost there. It's like it's gonna probably need maybe a couple months, maybe a year or something to develop that speed, and then maybe another year to develop that strength of the pitch, or maybe just a year. I don't know, it's hard to tell exactly. I'm just guessing. It's good to overestimate as well. I might get it in a few months. It just depends how often I train and just my genetic ability, how long it kind of takes. I might never get it. It's hard to tell. Just got to keep trying and see what happens. You know what I mean? Before, when I used to practice falsetto, I didn't even, like, I just used to crack. I had no falsetto at all. So I'd just be like, no joke, I'm not exaggerating. I didn't even have this. Then I figured out that in the morning my falsetto was stronger than it was during the day and evening. And there was some bit of a falsetto and it wouldn't crack immediately. So I started training it, and I spent like 3 to 4 minutes before it would crack. And then sorry, one of my friends that I'm staying with just fell in the water. She's just like 50-year-old lady. I'm just checking that she's okay. She's doing paddleboarding. She's back on the board. All good. Yeah, I didn't even have a falsetto. Like, it just used to crack. And it's not about pushing with your diaphragm, and it's not about none of this quick fix sort of stuff that you just do and it happens. It's not about that. There's parts of your voice that are weak, and they kind of don't exist, and you need to build them in. You need to create them. They might exist very, very weak, and you need to create them and make them stronger. And my falsetto is an example of that. And another example of that that's common for my falsetto weakness is not necessarily common in all my students. Some of my students have great falsettos straight away, but some of them, most of them, the common thing I notice is range. Like when you're going higher, even in your chest range generally, not just your falsetto range, but chest and falsetto high range, people tend to not even have a voice there, and they have to create it and build it from nothing, and they sound really weak when they do it, and they think that, that they shouldn't even sing there. But that's not true. You create it and you build it, and it's not just by me telling them use your diaphragm. No, that is not how you do it. It gets built slowly by training lower and then getting higher, doing reps lower and then building up higher. It's not by some trick, move your tongue here, open your jaw like this, move your diaphragm like this. No, this is not how it develops. It's not how it develops, okay? Alright, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that watch me practice session with a little bit of chatting on the end of it. See you guys, I'm Rashid Hayek, rnbsinglessons.com.